I'm going to give you a quick little lesson on fractions. What you're doing for homework is solving an equation like this. 1/6 x minus 5/12 is equal to 3/4. And the one thing I want to talk about is the difference between an equation, something with an equal sign, versus an expression. So an expression does not have an equal sign. 1/6 x minus 5/12 is an expression. And if you were directed to perform the indicated operation, you'd need to add these two fractions. And you would have to find a least common denominator, which you would know would be 12. For the second fraction, the bottom does not change, so nor does the top. But for the first fraction, the bottom had been multiplied by 2. So you have to do the same thing to the top. So that's going to become 2x minus 5. So this is just going to be keep the bottom, combine the top. And in fact, the top is not like terms. So the best we can do is write that as 2x minus 5 over 12. And that's our answer. If you have an equation, in fact, your life is much better because you can just get rid of the fractions. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to look at the denominators, 6, 12, 4. What's the smallest number that 6 and 12 and 4 can be divided into? Well, that's 12. So we can use the multiplication property of equality. We'll multiply both sides by 12. I'm going to distribute the 12. And I'm going to write that 12 as 12 over 1. And what I hope we have spoken about in class is that when you're multiplying fractions, one little shortcut is to cancel out common factors first. So I know 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 12 twice. So now when I go to multiply across the top, 2 times 1 is just 2. Across the bottom, 1 times 1 is just 1, and I don't have to write that on the bottom. So this just becomes 2x minus the 12's cancel. And that's just going to give us 1 times 5 is 5. And on the right-hand side, 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times, so across the top we're just going to have 9. And then this becomes a very easy equation to solve. I'll just demonstrate example number 2 also from homework. For example number 2, you're trying to solve 5/3 minus 2x over 4 is equal to 5/6. And one thing I would notice is that 2/4 can be reduced. So I would rather write this as 5/3 minus x over 2 equals 5/6. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. I'm going to distribute the 6. So we get 6 times 5/3 minus 6 times x over 2 equals 5/6 times 6. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. So across the top here, we're just going to have 2 times 5, which is 10. Next set of multiplication, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So that gives us minus 3x. And this set of fractions, 6 goes into 6 once, so we're just going to end up with 5. And then this is easy to solve. Minus 10 minus 10. Negative 3x is negative 5. Divide both sides by negative 3. So we end up with x is equal to positive 5/3.